Okay. And amazingly, Twitch isn't borked today. Yay! We can actually broadcast. Whoa. Alright.
Hooray for massive anal gape.
Hooray for massive anal gape. Don't worry, Hedrah. Your character will be heading there in short order. So,
It's already been discussed.
Of heading in, fishing out.
yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So,
No, it will be coming in A and B.
A plus. Okay,
And
so,
B+.
oh my god, I love, love your Roll20 name, by the way.
Yep, I told you if I would get on here, I would play Blackie, the Blackie.
Well, nobody ever accused Hedrah of being a liar. So with that out of the way, we are playing Fallout. It's going to be a good time. We are specifically playing Fallout using Fate Accelerated, the best little role-playing game you can buy for $5 in 30 pages, or less, or slightly more. So,
You mean free for Hero Labs?
I don't know if there's anything for it on Hero Labs. It does have an SRD though. If you can Google that.
Fate 4 system, and then you can choose the, let's see, campaign. Fate 4, Fate Skills, Fate Ascension, no wait, there's...
Fate Accelerated is what we are using.
Yeah, I saw it before here.
Alright.
There you go. It's in
Here
the
we go,
scope.
Fate Accelerated. Skill cell, skill cap 5, base 3, stunts 3, base best 3. There you go. There you go.
See. Boop. Let me give everybody a character sheet and we'll get started. Excellent, Dr. Richard Cox. Just noticed that. I hope that is your character's name, because
It is now, yes.
A plus. Oh shit.
This group is off to a good start. We got the blacks.
It's good to establish that you've got a job in the post-apocalypse, you know?
Indeed. So I wonder what kind of medical school you went through. Donald Trump's.
I don't get that reference, but I'm sure it's something to do with him being an incompetent fuckhead.
One of his bankruptcies was a school and charity organization, shit like that.
Right. Well, I mean, that would explain why it looks like post-apocalypse Detroit.
You know, I was gonna actually have Trump for president posters plastered over, but you know, heavy-handedness intensifies.
I don't know, I think it would have been appreciated.
Indeed, would have been worth a giggle.
Oh, alright. If everyone would hand over to the handouts page, you should have a character sheet with a silly random name in the player characters tab.
How did you change that gun? Oh, there, edit.
Yes, just hit the edit button. Yes, hello chat. Hugs to you too.
Hello, chat. I transcended the chat, that's what happened.
Yeah, look at Skow,
It
all
does explain
elevated.
why Black... Well, it would explain why Blackie has black fingers on some dark skin bitches.
Alright. So, Fate. The gist of Fate is basically take everything you know about role-playing games from D&D and its ilk and throw it right out the window, because none of it really applies here. Fate is a storytelling game made specifically for action-adventure pulpy adventures, using a system of aspects and approaches. So, basically the gist is, aside from your name and maybe a little brief description, which we will work on together once we start talking about story stuff, you're going to write down a high concept, which is basically your character in a nutshell. And along with other aspects you pick up along the way, you can spend little fate points to invoke an aspect to get a reroll or a bonus to a die roll, so that you can maybe hit a DC that's outside of your possible range. This encourages you to, generally speaking, play to your character and to do things that your character would do because you get rewarded for doing so. But an aspect can also be used against you, and if you roll with it, you'll get a fate point back, which you can then use later. Or you can send a fate point back to me, the GM, evil bastard that I am, and ignore it. Speaking of which, I get a little pool. So, our Fallout game takes place in the post-apocalyptic wastelands of Detroit. Once the automotive capital of the United States was converted into a military arsenal during the war against China, and surprisingly enough was spared the fate of a direct nuclear detonation, though unfortunately Canada getting flattened definitely had a nasty effect on Detroit. It and much of the Midwest is much more radiated than you see in, say, the Capital Wasteland or out in California, because the Great Plains have turned into one great big radioactive dust bowl that's been spinning out of control for almost 2 centuries now. And so, radioactive water, radioactive winds just sweep through the whole area. Which, incidentally, means that the average Fallout adventure of just walking everywhere doesn't really fly. Instead, since this was the automotive capital of the world, everyone moves around in cars. They still have enough parts and bits and scraps to keep a handful of rudimentary vehicles up and running, so long as they can scavenge together energy cells and nuclear batteries. And that is what you and yours are doing here. Having come from outside of Detroit, you and your friends have joined up with a caravan heading into the dreaded city in hope of finding energy cells and nuclear batteries to keep your own vehicles up and running. Your home settlements back along the caravan path are running desperately dry. And since supposedly the tornadoes are out of season at the moment, you figured this is the safest time to make a run into the city. But, as always in Fallout, it's never going to be that easy. So,
Don't you mean microfusion cells?
yes, microfusion cells. And that's a whole page falling out of my rulebook. Great. Alright. Off to a good start.
Oh no.
It's okay. It was only $5.
There.
So,
$5?
yes, $5.
You know what you can buy with $5? You know what you can buy with $5?
5 whole
You
sucky
can buy full
suckies.
lunch.
5 whole sucky
And you
suckies.
can get some fried ice afterwards. Yes. You can get Rico's meal with that chow mein. They'll try and give you good price, good price.
I can now only imagine my roomie's Thai mother just speaking like that. My brain can't even.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So, for those of you not following along in the SRD, let me pop open your character sheet here. Your high concept is, again, your character in a nutshell. Something like, from the rulebook, the feline captain of the Cirrus Skimmer, the sun caller of the Andral Desert, or chief field agent of Igama. Basically, in post-apocalyptia, it would be something like overseer of Vault 88, or master of the caravan. Stuff like that. Little bits and pieces that show your place in the world.
So, without, in other words, Blackie the Black Finger. There we go. High concept, done.
Pretty much. If you think being a Blackfinger will help you in any situation, yeah, that's an absolutely fine high concept.
In my
Yes,
case, mine
because
is a high
if it
concept.
would, because if we allow ghouls, I can go all fucking jive speed.
Oh shit!
Ah,
A sale
Speaking
has been
jive
made.
to-
You are now a
Alright.
ghoul. Which, incidentally, can also be an
Alright.
aspect. You can put that as your trouble, the second aspect, or just another one, that you are a ghoul. Which, generally speaking, is a shitty thing to be, but also pretty great when, say, radiation almost murdered you.
Sweet. I've got Chem Cooking Doctor of Wheels and Deals. And
Excellent.
my trouble is I need that sweet, sweet jet.
Oh, God. Oh, God. So yeah, that is a perfectly good trouble. Other things like owing a giant space slug a bajillion credits or having horrible radiation poisoning, generally good troubles. This can be anything from a personal defect or ailment to a relationship with another character that's generally pretty shitty. Maybe assassins want you dead, or you're a deserter from the NCR. That sort of thing. And once you have your high concept and a trouble, you can pick one other aspect, which is basically just a thing about your character. Whatever you think is going to be something that's both poignant and relevant to being a post-apocalyptic survivor. Are you the strongest person from your tribe? Maybe you carry an ancient plasma pistol that sometimes can actually pump out a round. Or perhaps you talk too much, or you're just filthy rich, just rolling in caps. All those sorts of things can be interesting aspects.
My wife is the head of an assaultron.
Well,
There we go. She chills out on my belt. It's okay.
does the head actually function, or is it just deactivated?
I think it might be more fun if it functions.
Excellent.
Judging. Always judging.
Always judging.
oh, it's better if he has one of those what's called Jewish Bronx accents, like Fran, always whining about that. I should have listened to my
Oh
mother.
god. When are you gonna give me grandchildren?
Yeah.
Oh god, that should be fun.
Oh boy.
I wonder what to look like even. I have not decided any of that shit.
Yeah, pfft.
In fact, Dr. Richard Cox might be a woman for all I know.
Wait,
Well,
isn't
I'll
that
flip
the giant chicken action figure getting posted on the front of the blog?
I think it's probably a very similar name. Let's have a look.
Hold on.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
It might well be.
Hold on.
That would, it's
Yeah.
Dr. Richard Cock. It's a little bit less obvious because that one's a rooster. Yeah, of course. The shortcut image is Dr. Dick Cock, so you know. Yeah, okay. Dr. Richard Cox is obviously more legitimate. I don't think in description I'm going to have dresses like a rooster, sadly.
You make me sad. But alright.
No,
Dr.
if you
Richard
think about
Cox,
Cox
the
and doctors-
jet-addicted robot fucker. Alright.
We have a chaste relationship. Okay?
Alright.
Everyone always says I fuck the robot head.
Right. That's why you got that. That's why you had the glory hole there. Oh,
She's-
sorry. Emergency induction.
Yeah, and just because her induction port is ribbed for my pleasure, I don't understand what you're meaning.
You're looking for the best body in the world. The mythic, the legends of Fisto.
El Fisto. No, I need is the
Xbox.
coffee enema robot, and I'll just stick the Assaultron head to it, and I'm set.
Yep.
Sweet Jesus.
I just sitting there. These niggas be funny, man. I don't need to say shit.
Alright. I think, does everyone have their high concept trouble and some other third aspect?
I'm trying to think of a good trouble that isn't
Third
just
aspect.
super lame.
Alright.
So I think
Wait,
wound
what's third
heal much slower than normal is kind of a lame trouble. That's what I have right now.
It's not awful, but yeah, you could. Well, actually, no. Let's pull that out. Like, what causes his wounds to heal slower than usual? Like, does he suffer from some sort of radiation poisoning? Maybe like an old war injury or something of that nature.
Do you never stop fucking touching them?
Ginger. He's ginger.
Maybe it's just hemophilia.
That's what I was thinking, but I can take it somewhere else.
Alright. Well,
I
let
think
us-
hemophilia is something you could have thanks to radiation poisoning, actually. Doesn't it thin blood?
Does it?
I can't remember.
No, it's hemophilia isn't what's it called. It's the bleeder disease. You don't clot, so like you bleed out.
Oh, literally in
Right.
here, poor wound healing is literally a symptom of radiation sickness. So there you have it.
That is
Yeah, hair loss, bloody vomit, stools, infections, poor wound healing, low blood pressure.
So he's a ginger. Okay.
A ginger with irritable bowel syndrome. Yes.
What's the difference from a normal ginger?
This is where we find out that Hedrah was a ginger all along, and it's just a lot of self-hatred.
Oh no, I like to make fun of them because it's hilarious.
There's
You say
something
them, but really you just mean everyone. Let's be honest.
something
Oh,
you
well,
could
that's-
reasonably get from radiation might be like sickle cell.
Fair.
Oh, that's racist. Just because I'm black, you bring a fucking sickle cell. Is that what you say?
Oh god, is your trouble aspect, or sorry, your other aspect going to be fucking plays the race card all the time?
The worst part is if you're a
Bona fide
ghoul,
race
like
card.
nobody knows that you're black because your skin's all like green and rotting. Just nobody will ever know.
That's the best part. Just go down. Oh, you have problem just because I'm black?
Like, you're green.
You-
Every other girl would be like smooth skin race. Just be like, nah, man, these boys be hating.
I think I'll have sickle cell.
All right. That is definitely a thing that will inconvenience you to no end.
I know, but it's about the story, isn't it?
Don't worry, baby, I can hook you up.
All right, Jet is not a
I'm
cure
just
for
looking
sickle
at
cell.
Says you. I've taken lots of jet and never gotten sickle cell. What does that say? Everything is fine.
You're not black.
I don't know. Maybe if I take enough jet, I will do when my blood vessels all explode. And then way to find out, jet cures everything, even whiteness.
All right. Anyway,
Well, I can't find any more trouble for me like a black fucking ghoul in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. I literally trouble thinking of any worse fucking situation.
I don't think there really is one. I mean, you could be a ghoul that like was horribly debilitated before the war, and now that won't regenerate ever, and yet everything else will. But this is, Being a ghoul is a shitty, shitty thing to be. So yeah, that is a perfectly great trouble. You do need one other like aspect of your character to put in, but otherwise, I think you're set.
Like
So
what
we will.
aspect?
Anything you think is going to be poignant and relevant to your short and doubtlessly bloody career as an adventurer here. Things like being the strongest person in your village, carrying a rusty old plasma pistol that sometimes works, talking too much, being filthy rich, just a thing about your character that you think will be relevant.
Exceptionally good at hitting people with a wrench.
Wrench foo.
Yes, all right. Put that down as wrench foo. I think you'll get a lot more mileage out of that.
Wrench.
Because then you can use the wrench for other things.
Like knife wrench.
Or I was actually thinking a pipe wrench. Make sure other people's plumbing is, like pinched and closed off.
Yes, there.
Stay away from my wife.
All right.
Well, it's not your wife, but that's the thumb sticking out of it that needs to be tuned.
Mine is tuned to drop D, thank you very much.
I don't worry, we can just pinch it off and just twist it into the right direction.
I'll let you know if there's ever a blockage.
Alright.
Don't worry, I got these pipe cleaners here, so just car engines, nice metal strut there.
Alright, once everyone's more or less sorted on aspects, we're going to take a look at approaches. So this is the other half of your character. If your aspects are facts about your character, things that they are, your approaches are how you do those things. So unlike in, say, D&D, where you have discrete skills like perception or diplomacy or Fallout's small guns or survival, these are all grouped into the approaches: careful, clever, flashy, forceful, quick, and sneaky. So rather than being good specifically at shooting guns, you're just good at being forceful. Or you're good at being flashy because you always quick draw and then swing it back in your holster, like the mysterious stranger. So think about if your character is going to be a big overt bastard, or a sneaky careful thief, or an insane, flashy jet-wielding scientist.
Okay, let's set that one to 3.
Yes. So you get one attribute, or approach, at 3, 2 at fair, which is +2, 2 at average, +1, and 1 which is mediocre, +0. So the way we use approaches is you describe what your character is doing, and I basically just say, all right, that sounds like you're being flashy, that sounds like you're being careful, sounds like you're being clever, and you roll that approach. Simple as that.
By the way, we haven't heard from Adjatha what their character is.
Oh, so my character is Marcus Shaw. He's ugly as sin. Got the worst of the radiation pretty much on his face, and half of it's pretty much melted off to the point where the bone is showing, and raw parts of muscle are still exposed. He put on an eye patch because he lost his eye in the burn, but with a perverse sense of humor, he made the eye patch out of translucent plastic, so everyone can see the disgusting rot in his dead eye. And he's ugly, he's mean as a rattler, but he's loyal, and he loves getting into a fight when the person on the other side is in the wrong, as he sees it. And somehow he always finds weapons, no matter where he is, no matter what he's got. He could just have his bare ass hands, but somehow, next time you look, he's using a fucking lawn umbrella to spear a man through the gut.
Perfect.
You know what'll fix that face? Some jet.
It'll fix that face. Some jet fuel.
I mean, I tried that. It's got a bit of a kick.
No. You need some ignition first.
Oh, right, okay. Do I lean into... do you light it on fire and then take the jet, or is it the other way around?
Hey, lady's choice.
Sweet. Both.
Take 2 shots, one is on fire, the other one.
Exactly. Take a shot, set myself on fire, and then set myself on fire again and take another jet. It's cool. This is where Savin's writing in his campaign notes, do not expose Dr. Cox the Jet.
No,
Stay
that's
away
not at
from
all.
fire.
And not at all changing this whole plot about Jet to being about buff out. Yes, buff out.
Buff out. Fuck! I should have known that was the least interesting one to take lots of. It also makes your balls very small. Gets you kicked out of collegiate basketball.
It's okay. Who needs collegiate basketball when you can be a super soldier kicking commie ass? Till you realize they have a bigger penis than you do now.
No. The penis is still... It's perfect. It's the balls, really.
Even worse.
Yeah, they turn into the California raisins, and... I mean, you're still swinging around a kielbasa.
And suddenly you're a COC character.
I don't really want to imagine a CSC character also just having raisin balls.
Actually, the anabolic steroid abuse promotes, like genitalia shrinkage as well.
Yeah.
Not just tissue shrinkage, but actual genitalia. That's why women get enlarged clit when abusing.
Huh. So what you're saying is I should take lots of anabolic steroids. I mean, it would solve half the issues, but then it would make getting pretty a lot harder. I don't know. It's a little bit column A, bit of column B.
Who needs pretty when
Don't
you can
worry,
have Jet?
that's what
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying to Mr. Rotface and the Ghoul. Who needs to be pretty? You'd be high as fucking kites.
Don't worry, you can fix your appearance from being ugly with a cheese grater and a bit of surgery. Plastic padding, especially.
Personally, I thought you were going to say, with a wrench.
Well, I haven't dove into Blackie yet, so...
And now we're finding out that this party doesn't have a face character.
Oh,
What
I
do you mean? I'm definitely a face man. I might be the only one with a face, unless Applesauce has face. Okay, no, that sounds like a face man to me.
It's more like an ass man. Not potato.
Yeah. Dead money. The concern is the dead money shot as well. That's something slightly different.
Indeed, that's necrophilia, though.
Oh.
Hey, says
I
the
was just gonna
Ghoul.
joke. I was just gonna joke that he has sickle cell jizz, but you know.
Alright, so,
Tugging a bit too hard and then, like, snip. Oops. Or it fell off. Oh well.
Oh, there's something wrong about fall off. I don't know. Surely it would fall out. Oh
Like
shit!
Oh!
Someone pounded in.
Okay.
Well, he said the name of the thing. We can pack it in.
Yeah,
Everyone
just
take-
big,
everyone
take a
cold
shot.
open. We're done. Alright.
Okay. That's okay. So you have a 3, 2, 2, 2 ones, and a 0, correct?
Yep. So distribute those, and you're
At least
done.
someone is careful. I can't imagine
I
a
will-
better party than an entire party where everyone makes their 0 stat careful. Surely there's just got to be a moment of joy when you're like, okay, I need to put in lots of traps, just all of them.
This is Fallout. There are a lot
Yeah,
of traps.
every toilet is a grenade secretly waiting to go off.
It makes you wonder, like, where all the people in the wasteland come from, because, like, everyone dies all the time.
Well, you
It's true.
Never see
see,
any
the
kids.
slavers have these things called breeding pits, and just occasionally some of the stock escapes. And that's how you get new towns.
Yeah, and then when they escape, they decide, you know what was really awful? Getting captured while I was on the loo. I should put the string and a grenade in here. Because that's the only explanation for finding a toilet with a grenade stuck to it. Which seems to happen all the time.
Apparently, you have not been in Texas.
I haven't, actually. It's funny that you say that.
I'm from Texas, can't confirm there's grenades in toilets all the time. It's
Okay.
practically the national pastime. Emphasis on national. Goddamn commies.
Ah, right, of course. If I come from over the ocean, it must mean I'm a communist.
Yes.
If you're not attached to America, and if your country isn't pronounced with the word M followed by Erica and 3 more Americas, then you obviously are a communist.
Especially you, Hawaii. Okay. So. Oh, we'll get through character generation eventually. I'm gonna stop laughing. Alright. So you may have noticed there's a little thing under the Fate Accelerated logo in large bold letters called Refresh. Refresh is your pool of fate points. You start with 3. This means at the start of every session, you have 3 fate points. You can invoke 3 aspects without having to do anything in-game to earn that. Alternatively, you can use fate points to, or rather, you can get fate points by letting me use your aspects against you. And you can even use aspects against other players to fuck with them. And possibly get them a nice fate point. So if you see a situation where, say, you think Dr. Richard Cox needs to take a lot of jet right away, you can
Every
invoke
situation.
you can invoke that aspect, and if Dr. Richard Cox gives into taking a lot of jet, when it might not be the best idea, he'll get a fate point.
Sweet.
Sweetness. And on top of all that, so yeah, refresh and then current is also 3. You'll get 3 at the start of every session.
I've never used a Roll20 character sheet. Do I need to click a save button somewhere?
No, it auto-saves while you're on the character sheet tab. Only when you're editing the biography page on the front do you need to hit save.
Okay.
I've decided in my bio and info the only line is Doctor F Medical School. There we go.
That sounds incredibly official and legitimate.
Yeah, I have a PhD in my vehicle, which is actually like the ice cream truck of Jet.
Alright, if someone can find me a post-apocalyptic ice cream truck, I will make a token of that and we will use it. Go.
I'm on Google!
I
There's
could
that
make
one
that.
with the clown head from the Burnout series.
Oh god, this one's just the scariest thing I've ever seen. Hey, Third is typing in the Skype chat.
Works. Alright, that ice cream truck is amazing, and I'm just gonna pop token tool opener here real fast.
Oh, it's the creepiest thing.
I think you mean the best thing.
This is what I found when I googled.
Oh my god.
A better picture.
Oh snap! This one was false. I literally just typed post-apocalyptic ice cream shop, and I got like 20,000 hits.
Yeah, no, there are so many.
Here, look at that.
Ooh, is that more
That
funny?
was the first one. In roll 20.
And I'll hit that in just a second. Let me.
That thing
see
looks
this.
too efficient, honestly.
R.
Frankly, it looks too awesome.
Hey, can't deny the efficiency of ice cream distribution in the post-apocalyptic hell world.
Yep. I like that. You know who needs a door handle when you can have the weapon baseball bat as your door handle? That's fine. I mean, I'm into it.
Well, let's see. We can use this one.
Apparently, this is an ice
or-
cream truck.
Stop for children. That's also pretty great. Not gonna lie.
Alright. So. Basically, the last
Okay,
thing
that's
with character generation is stunts. So you get a stunt to start off with. You can basically choose this now or later when you get into a situation where you're like, yeah, I'd like to do this thing now. So basically, a stunt is just a thing you do that's special and unique to you. You phrase this as because X, I get a +2 when I insert approach here, do X thing. Alternatively, once per session I can insert awesome thing here. So for example,
Because of butthole elasticity, I can insert awesome thing here.
yeah. So like because I'm a mean motherfucker, I get a +2 when I cleverly attack while I'm using improvised weapons. That is a stunt, and it is a good one. So, figure out a stunt, toss that in, and character creation is pretty much done. You'll note that there are a couple more boxes down there called consequences and stress. Those are the fun things that we'll get to later when you start getting beat up. And by when, I mean in the first 5 minutes, I'm sure.
Because of this, I get bonus to this.
Yes. Or once per session, I can do X.
There we go. Because I went to a medical school, I get +2 when I cleverly assist someone when presented with a drug or injury.
Perfect.
I thought you said you had a degree from Columbia. Yeah, and now I need one from America.
Oh shit.
Well, wait, which one? British Columbia or the other
All of the
Columbia?
above, frankly.
Which one's the one with the drugs?
Yes.
Exactly.
British Columbia, full of drugs. Columbia, full of drugs. Different languages.
I'm told bitches like ice cream trucks strapped up like Mad Max. Oh,
That is a great token.
the best.
What's a consequence? Is that a thing we had to add now, or is that a
No,
later
that
one?
is a thing that you will get when bad things happen.
Sweet.
Yeah. So basically, a consequence is a thing like, oh shit, I'm on fire, or oh god, my leg blew off, or I have radiation poisoning. It's basically an all negative aspect that gets tacked onto you that you can hopefully get rid of soon, but maybe not. And you can
Especially
take
with the fire
consequences
one.
to avoid getting knocked out of a fight, in which case you're probably dead or bad ended. Because this is
Sweet.
Fallout.
Reasonable. Oh yeah, their example being sprained ankle. I prefer your examples more like I'm on fire or my leg exploded. But fair enough.
Well, I mean, you know,
Yeah, sprained ankle, on fire.
the difference between the family-friendly version of the rulebook and the NC-17 Fallout version.
Oh, okay.
Just minor differences, minor differences.
Consequences,
Well, if we
perforated
were
liver.
playing-
Yes.
If we were playing like Fallout 1 and 2, shit a little bit so cash.
Fucking money. No, the best thing about
yeah.
old Fallout is how they actually did all of their drug rules, so being high on Jet for the entirety of Fallout 1 and 2 is the funnest thing ever.
Somebody watched
No.
Adam Coble play
Have it
Fallout.
a one.
Oh shit, yes, with his sweet, sweet Jet.
So,
I'm not quite as cool as his character, though.
Nobody is as cool as Gregory.
all I can say is playing the game with a 1 intelligence is the best shit ever.
God, yeah, when they're like, when you try and say things in your selection, your word option is, and all that goes, oh, you're an adorable simpleton, go away. Yeah.
Brr.
And you have this high intellectual conversation with chimpanzee.
Yeah, what's even better is if you're so retarded you can't use words, but if you just fucking chow down on some mentat, suddenly you can enunciate like crazy. You need to get super high in order to do quests. Again, drugs are fun. Everyone should do all of them.
Yes. Being high all the time is the only way to play Fallout, I'm pretty sure.
In game or
And
out of
so
game?
much fucking dripping
Yes.
at the-
Correct.
Alright. Well, does anyone have any holes left on their character sheet and or
All I'm
questions
trying
about
to figure out
things?
stunts.
Right.
What goes in
I'm only
extras?
picking up negative things, though. You can pick up
Maybe
some
like
positive things.
once per session, when exposed to radiation, you can recover a point of stress. Something like that. Get your ghoul healing on. Alternatively,
Once per
ghoul
serving of Jet.
cannibalism.
Ooh.
Not that anybody should be a cannibal, but you know, that's a thing in Fallout.
Look, drugs make us all do things that we regret later. And then you take more drugs and you don't regret them anymore.
Yeah.
That's one thing, and so it's like get a passive bonus to dealing with cars because you were dealing with them back when they were actually made.
Alright, something like, because I'm old as shit, I get a +2 when cleverly interacting with automobiles.
Yes.
That is a stunt.
Because I'm black, I get +2 flashy whenever I speak jive.
Still better than that one boss in DC L&D. Oh god.
Oh my god, that boss. That was something.
That was a thing
Yeah.
that happened that one time. Yep.
This sounds like an amazing story.
So
It's really
in
not.
DC L&D, which was his first time DMing, at the end of session 1 was this immense boss battle against a 7 foot tall, as he described it, epic Negro, which was this like bare-chested, barrel-chested black guy with enormous magical thug life knuckle dusters and a shitload of levels in monk and a boombox that transformed into a waifu robot cannon.
This sounds like
Don't
an
forget
amazing
the black
thing.
man's running pants.
Oh, yes, and he had Black Man's running pants, which gave you a bonus to running from the popo.
I thought I was going to say a bonus to stealing from bicycles, but you know, whatever.
Oh, God. And this is why no one feels bad about being a racist at DCL.
Fair enough. I mean, that's incredible.
God, I wish I'd recorded that game.
Don't forget the sneakers.
I wish you had two. That sounds like an amazing thing.
It was the tightest shit.
I liked how I was like a demigod. It was cool.
All I remember was I was playing a French B-girl and nobody could understand anything I was saying, but I just got promoted to party leader because my charisma was high as fuck.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Oui.
The
You're
only
saying-
person.
It's just you were wearing a very low-cut T-shirt.
That too. Yes. Actually, no. She was wearing a chainmail bikini, which was magic. It totally makes sense.
Yeah, the magic of like a plunge neckline.
Yeah. That's a level 1 spell, I'm pretty sure.
Plunge neckline. It's a cantrip actually.
It sounds like a very.
It's just got
popular
it's just
cantrip.
got it's just got very low range though, so it's actually more like a touch attack.
It's the sister spell of Dad Ass, also a touch attack.
Yeah.
Just don't have to pray to your deity.
Oh
Oh,
god.
Lord. Okay.
My favorite way of picking who is the party leader is, when they say, oh, the one with the highest charisma. And then the actual answer is, the first person who says, should we put it to a vote to decide who the party leader is probably going to be the party leader. Like, it's just it's a fact. Should we put it to a vote? Okay then, leader. Fuck.
Can confirm. Seems legit. Alright. Hedrah, you got your stunt sorted?
Yes, I wrote down. I wrote down because salty black fog plus 2 with the enemy cars.
Shit. Wait,
Well-
plus 2 what for cars?
Yeah,
Which bonus?
choose
Yeah.
one of your approaches. Probably clever
Oh,
or
clever.
possibly flashy.
I thought you were going to say sneaky, and then we could just go back to the racism again.
Hot wiring is the
Dude.
thing you can do.
I'm old ass giant motherfucking black ghoul trying to sneak.
Well, I just more mean that I think
Fucking
sneaky counts for hot wiring as well.
No, did someone drop out?
Oh, we lost someone.
It looks like Third tried to join and then bounced back out again.
Nope, rip.
No,
You
no,
left the whole conversation.
Well, if you could stop hosting the fucking Skype, so the defense Skype call, maybe you could fucking join. But apparently that's too much to think about. Like, drop your other call.
No, he appears to have left the conversation.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough. Seemed slightly salty we started without him, so...
Well, you gave him like 7-hour advancement. Like,
Plus,
Yeah,
a
apparently
week.
it would have helped if Third had known this in advance, quote unquote.
To be fair, considering from one day to another, I may or may not be able to talk lately. It's kind of understandable to not assume I'm going to be doing anything. It's just,
Yeah, reasonable.
hey, Savin, just because you go through so much dick that you can't talk anymore, doesn't mean
God.
you have to share with everyone in the class, okay?
It's given him this beautiful pout, though.
Well,
Hey.
indeed, he's giving his hair a beautiful luster here from all the fucking singing.
damn it, I was going to make that joke.
Manganese.
God, it just gets all in your hair and glasses.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, I think everyone's done with character generation, so we will.
Let's,
Hmm?
let's do clever. I'll go with clever.
Yeah.
I'm good with clever.
Makes the most sense.
Clever old Blackie.
That is amazing. Not only is that the sickest fucking burn, but that was from StarCraft 2 commentators.
Dude, I love esports so much.
Oh, man.
The fucking commentators for Dota 2 in the Shanghai were so bad at one point. Well, I say bad, he was really British, which means his
It's the
humor was
same.
very, very blue. Fucking Gaben had to apologize for kicking him out of the stream.
Even apologized? I thought he called him an ass.
Oh no, he called him an asshole, but he was like, yeah, sorry everyone else who wanted him, but you're all wrong. He's a dick.
Yeah, it's actually involving the same guy.
Yeah. Oh, is that?
That was
Oh,
fine.
right, yeah, James, of course. It's
Yeah.
James and Jeff.
Yep.
Oh, good old too good.
Too good is too good.
All right. So, we begin our story with a hard open over the vast desert wasteland that has sprawled out from the once populous metropolis of Detroit. The sun is high in the sky, but overcast with whipping clouds of tan dust. The camera pans down slowly, until the form of a tremendous cyclone comes into view. Almost a kilometer wide from end to end, this massive behemoth of a storm is tearing across the desert wasteland, cutting through the territory between a small caravan of 4 automobiles and the great skylines of the ruined city. Everybody aboard the cars is panicking, some people clamoring from seat to seat, others desperately battening down the hatches, such as they are, because, frankly, you were told that this was supposed to be the end of storm season. The last of them should have passed. And now, everyone's Geiger counters are running off the chart. The caravan master, a salty old bastard by the name of Custer, who you're fairly certain is from the NCR, but he just refuses to say for sure, is in the lead vehicle, yelling instructions over a radio that's barely working now, completely distorted by the radiation. All anybody else can hear is something about turning back and too late, and something about cars on the distance. Would everyone please ping one of these 4 delightful vehicles that they'd like to be in?
Before our sentence is even finished.
Alright, actually, just mark down, make a little line there so I can pull a token out for you.
Guess where the token black one is. In the black car.
So I guess Adjatha gets the 4th one.
Just share him with me.
Adjatha.
Does Adj partake of my jet?
Shit, son. That thing will kill you.
No, you can trust me. I'm a doctor. Literally a doctor. It's cool.
Yeah, something tells me you're not that kind of doctor.
I straight up made it myself. And I know that my jet is safe because I only use 2/3 of the fertilizer necessary to make jet. Sure, it's a bit of a rougher ride down, but, you know, fixes just about everything.
Boy, you're spewing so much shit from your mouth. I don't think your drugs need any more fertilizer.
No, shut up, you're starting to sound like my wife.
Ugh.
You hear a disgruntled grunt from your belt.
I like turn her around so the face is able to look outwards as opposed to like leaning on my leg. What you gotta say, girl?
Alright, who wants to play the annoying Jewish housewife robot?
Savin.
God damn it, no.
Yeah, please. I want the DM to be my annoying wife. I can't think of a better option.
Oh yeah, honey, your jet's the best in the whole world. It hasn't killed 5 people at all, no. It's fine.
That's right. It killed like 4. I think. And that's because they didn't take enough.
Right,
Boy,
Shay, you just
I'd,
keep telling yourself that.
I'd listen to your auto blow. I think it's got something going for it there.
Her only port is in the back. It's not even a blow.
Ugh.
And then just from across the stormy sounds and the whipping winds, you can hear from the black cloud somebody go, "Oh Lord, the radiation come raining down. And this crazy ass crackers ain't got nothing on his sweet old soul aboard. Oh Lord, hello. Oh, Blackie gonna be working hard tonight."
Oh my. Alright, I think I have a token for everyone. It might not be necessarily the most accurate, but good enough for now.
Yeah, mine has hair, glasses, and skin, and is white. How the hell is that a black?
It's fun. No. You're not Custer. You're the green one.
You're the one next to Custer. You're not the guy who's also got a name.
What? Hey, I pointed. This is my color, my area.
Yeah, but you're apparently,
Oh,
I guess. Are you sharing it with the caravan person then?
Oh. Whoopsie. There we
Uh,
go. Okay. There's some color changes going on. Alright.
I just changed color because you were getting confused.
He's Savin and confused all of the times.
I guess red probably still isn't a very good color to use.
That's fine. Alright, so. Let's see. Dead Money, since you're in the car with Custer, the caravan leader at the point of this tiny little convoy, you have a brass telescope in your hand. It looks like it was probably ripped off the side of some high-rise at some point and is in damn bad condition, but even through the scrapes and scraps on the lens, you can see through the raging storm slowly moving your way. About 30 degrees off from that to the west is a great kick-up of sand and smoke from what looks like vehicles coming right your way. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the rest of the caravans noticed them, and the radio doesn't seem to be working. What do you do?
Well,
there's like no chance of them hearing us like actually shouting out the windows, is there?
Oh no, the wind is whipping about 100 miles an hour, it feels like. Roaring like you've never heard before.
that's a situation to be in. Can
Has
I
anyone
point
got, like,
these
a
things
mission
out
lead?
to Custer?
Oh yeah, he is well aware. He is trying desperately to get to the rest of the caravan on the radio on the dashboard, drawling in his thick southern accent about raiders on the horizon, but you get no coherent response from anyone.
Does it actually have a gun on the top like that?
Yes, there is a big 50 caliber machine gun on top of the car.
Can I fire it without getting blown into the storm?
you can try. You have to at least get partially out of like the top sunscreen to actually use the thing, but you'll have to hold on for sure. It's going to be a wild ride.
Well, I guess I'm going to try and shoot to the tune of shaving a haircut 2 bits.
Can I do the return call of shaving a haircut by putting my hand out the window and then firing the gun at people's windscreens?
I guess.
Not windscreens, wing mirrors.
All right, yeah. Once you guys start hearing the big 50 thump thump thump, yeah, go ahead and make me a flashy roll to make a skill shot to knock out somebody's little hand mirrors.
Is it a D6?
It is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go. No, that's good.
That was not me.
No, that was for Cox to use his handgun to do so. You pretty much automatically, though. You're going to have to make a roll in a second, so hold on to that. But no, yeah, you should have a macro on your screen, or you can roll 4DF, because Fate uses
Yeah, I see it.
freaky little
now.
weird
I didn't
dice.
see it.
Oh yeah, and the result is equals plus minus minus plus.
Yes, so...
Of course, their dice aren't thingy sides, are they?
No, Fate use
No.
custom dice. D6s that have 2 pluses, 2 minuses, and 2 blanks on them. Generally speaking, you want to get a certain number of pluses on top of whatever your score is versus some kind of target number. In this case, you're lucky. The target number was 3, so you pass. And let's see, who's next down the line from our duo here? It would look like it's Blackie. Blackie! Your side mirror pops off the side of your car in a hail of sparks, and it looks like the car immediately in front of you, the ramshackle ice cream truck, is firing at you, and the lead vehicle is blasting its .50 caliber at nothing in particular. What do you do?
Sweet Jesus, help, help. Praise Lord, Lord, help me. Oh, Blackie's gonna bite it today. It's time to come now. Sweet Lord, Jesus, take the wheel.
Do you let Jesus take the wheel?
Roll to Jesus.
Yeah, I'll just lean over and let the Mexican on my seat there just take it.
Yeah, so you just throw your hands up and screaming, Jesus, take the wheel. And the Hispanic guy in the truck next to you goes, well, fuck, and just dives for the wheel, narrowly pulling the car out of what starts to be a spin through the sand. So you're going to move space closer to the lead truck as you go a little bit out of order. Shaw and Dr. Cox, it does not look like the car behind you has gotten the picture, so to speak. It's starting to veer back and forth. It almost looked like it went into a slide. Since the handgun routine didn't work, Shaw, do you have any ideas on how to alert your comrades to the danger?
Well, first of all, since the good doctor's firing on our allies, I'm gonna smack him upside the head. The hell are you shooting at, you damn fool? Junkyard dogs are more loyal than your flea-bitten hide.
I'm shooting wingmers. You think that look like a face? It don't look like a face.
We got any bottles or cans in this hot heap?
Sure. Actually, in the back, I guess there's gonna be there's a canister full of mushrooms and booze. That'll do. Throw that shit
Yeah.
at someone. That'll work.
I'll grab that, aim for a window, and toss it back there.
Alright, sounds like this time you're being careful, so go ahead and make a roll.
Careful.
Yeah. Alright. Your can goes wide and just bounces off the front muffler of the death machine behind you. The guy who appears to be driving has his hands up and flailing, and someone else has just grabbed the wheel from him and is desperately like waving one hand at you, and like making surrender motions, like we give up. Stop shooting, please.
That's Jesus. He
Damnation,
one of my
Cox.
good customers.
You put the fear of God in him.
Shit, the only god around here is Jet.
Yeah, boy, you got so many drugs burning holes in your brain. Think the Chinese could skull fuck you and you wouldn't feel a thing.
That's because everyone knows they have tiny dicks. And then I put a fist up for bumping. Am I left hanging?
You're left the most hanging.
Are you right hanging?
Oh shit.
Ah.
I return to driving and look grouchy.
All right, Dead Money. You don't have a whiteboard per se, but there are bits of metal just flying off of your death coaster here as the storm tears into it. So first of all, I'm going to need you to make a roll. Tell me how it is that you're hanging on to this machine as it leaps and bounces over the dunes, just heading into this radiation storm.
Before getting like halfway out, I tied myself with my suit coat and to the seat that I was on, and
Nice.
I am kind of sticking pretty much just my head out.
All right, yeah. Sounds like you're being careful, so go ahead and make that roll. See that you don't. All right. It is rough going out here. Like I said, bits of your car are being torn off by the wind and go flying, but thanks to latching yourself down tight, you managed to not get pulled out. Now, since pieces of your car are flying off, you could try and grab one of those and ride on it. Use that like a signpost. Or you can try and think of something else.
Do I have anything to actually write with?
Oh yeah. You've got, if nothing else, there's like some nasty sludge that you're supposed to quote unquote eat that you could smear. But yeah, you've probably got like a marker, some sort of writing instrument around.
Do I have a back window?
Yes, there is a back window.
Okay, I'm gonna write this shit on my back. Raiders and I don't know, Death Storm thing.
You won't be able to fit that on a sign like Raiders and Death Storm and things.
Just Raiders. I'll write Raiders on my back and take off my shirt. Well, the other way around. But
All right. So, Sean Cox, you see the gunner of the car ahead of you write down on his person that there are raiders coming, and well, you figured the part about the Death Storm.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. I mean, I've already turned on the music box of the car. It's obviously now battle music. This is what I tell myself. And yeah, I guess I'm like, hey, Marcus, how good are you with guns? Like, I'm hoping super good. Are you super good with guns?
Give me a gun, we'll find out.
Shit, I hand him my revolver and I resume trying not to crash.
Boy, I can't afford to get any uglier. You better drive like the devil's behind you, because I'm sure as hell not going to hell alone.
I always live like the devil's behind me.
All right. So, the first two cars are well aware that there's danger, but with a storm in your eyes, Blackie, and considering you're currently in Jesus Take the Wheel mode and not in control of your vehicle, you do not see the written message. So the back half of the convoy is unaware of what's going on as two huge, heavily armored cars come barreling over a sand dune with several buck-naked individuals covered in war paint, screeching and yelling and firing handguns and machine pistols into the air. These cars look like they were made by hand, not even the salvage you guys are picking with. They're the trashiest pieces of shit you've ever seen, but they are armed and armored to the teeth, and they are coming right for Custer's car. So, Dead Money, you've got some issues.
I'm going to attempt to apply some kind of fix to the radio.
Okay. Taking the pacifist approach, let's see. What makes the most sense here?
It's kind of jury-rigging, so it's kind of clever, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say clever makes perfect sense. Cobble something together that'll hold in this case. That might not be the quickest job. Oh shit, son.
It's the quickest job,
It's
right?
the quickest.
Yeah, you think this is going to take a minute until you open the actual cupboard up and find that there's a cigarette that's just burnt through a wire in there. You pull it out, cross the wires, and miraculously the radio kicks back on. What do you say?
There are raiders run away. I don't know. Raider. I'll just start with the word raider. That's a good start.
Do we all have radios in our vehicles then?
Yes, all 4 cars have radios, which are now picking up the lead cars. Very unsure announcement of raiders?
Oh, they return customers.
As you yell that back over the radio, the 2 raider cars get right up on either side of the lead car, and bullets start being slung from both sides.
What kind of check is it to pray that they shoot each other?
If you want to pray that they shoot each other, probably you're going to have to invoke some sort of aspect about luck, maybe, or divine intervention. If you want to actually do something like, say, grab Custer's leg and slam on the brakes and pull your car out of the way of the crossfire, well, that would probably be clever or maybe even flashy.
Well, I would say. Oh, I had my mic inverted again. Nice. Thanks, Teams or Skype. Great program.
Oh, Team Skype. It's even worse than normal Skype.
I was gonna say TeamSpeak, but I actually like TeamSpeak because it actually works.
Team Skype is like the shitty Russian version of Skype.
Duh.
Do I have any kind of explosives?
Would your character carry explosives?
Oh,
Then no. There might be some in the back of the car. After all, Custer is some sort of crazy Western gunslinger, and dynamite is not out of the question.
Shout yippee-ki-yay, and it's flashy.
I have a spare 10-gallon hat. Like an extra on. Is he wearing 2?
Unfortunately, no. He's only wearing the one. Although he offered to buy you one last time you were in town. He just didn't think it would go with your style.
No.
Fucking. I don't know how cars work. We'll do the fucking Cars movie thing where you turn so hard left, you go right.
Alright.
Do you mean you drift?
So you're going to start drifting, basically. Alright. Yeah, make a flashy roll to use some advanced car dynamics.
Nice.
Alright. So you do, in fact, turn left right into one of the Raider buggies. Bonk! You slam into it, much to the delight of the naked, war-painted individuals yipping and hollering on the side. Two of whom leap off and onto your vehicle. Boop. Things are on the up and up for you. Alright. So, Blackie, bad news. The car behind you just exploded. You had no idea anything was even going on back there until you heard gunfire ahead, some sort of horrible crash, and then the next thing you know, the dune buggy back there is doing flips for days. And all of a sudden, where it was, is what looks like some sort of old school sedan with a howitzer bolted to the front.
Oh Lord, Satan be on my ass! The devil's come for my soul.
The devil has
Jesus,
come and
get
is
off the
coming.
wheel.
I didn't know the devil was packing, baby. I look at Marcus.
Oh,
I'm like, forward or backwards?
Jesus, get off my wheel! And
All
hand me
right.
my spear.
Jesus, let's go, and you acquire your spear.
Well, Doc, I'd say it's been nearly an hour since I've seen a man's soul dancing. Get us closer.
Fucking A! Alright, I'm gonna accelerate right until I'm up in the arse of those other
I'm
raiders.
stab him with my spear.
Alright, who are you stabbing with your spear?
Jesus.
Well, the car is right behind me, correct?
It's about 10 meters behind you, but yeah, it's not closing anymore. Instead, the raider who's basically strapped to the front like some sort of horrific human sacrifice is desperately shoving a large canister shell into the howitzer.
Well then, that's called twist the steering wheel and hit the brake, and then shove your spear out the window.
Alright, make me a flashy
Wait
roll.
for the time you shove this. I was gonna use a mechanical to actually stab one of the weaker parts of the car that were exposed. You know, to fuck up the engine, cut the fluid intake, cut the one of the exhaust ports.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
Fires, or
But before you attack, you gotta turn around, and considering you're in basically a dune with a giant storm blowing, that's not as easy as it sounds. So to execute a maneuver like that, I think it's flashy.
I can see if I can get anything. There's like a D6 or what?
There should be a button next to flashy you can just click, unless you want to burn a fate point to invoke some sort of aspect. Alright, you start to turn, and your wheels just dig into the sand. You go nowhere. Now, you can try and throw your spear, but that's going to be a lot harder considering this wind, so the DC is going to be pretty high. But you can always
Right.
try.
If I'm going nowhere, I literally just zoom past me.
Alright. Well, they're going to try and stop first, so let's see if they manage to not just crash into you, because they were pretty much right behind you. Yeah.
Oh.
That's not a roll.
This time with feeling.
Alright. So they manage to stop, but they don't have much distance between you. You're about twice the length of your spear from them when they manage to pull themselves to a halt. But now there's a howitzer
So
basically in your face. And it's loaded
Yeah,
now.
but here's the thing though. The fucker that was on the hood is going flying because he just stopped within like 8 meters.
Oh yeah. You can almost
couple
hear her ribs breaking against these straps that she's in. But she doesn't go flying. It looks like they came prepared for that.
Okay, cool. Well,
So,
shit.
you are in throwing range still, if you want, and now that they're a lot closer, it'll be an easier chuck. But there's no way you can just reach out and stab it. At least not without getting out of the car. Which, considering there's a howitzer pointed at you, might not be the worst idea.
Well, if it's right there and they just fucking broke still, then yeah. Just get out of the fucking car and just beat the fucking cat. It's rage through time, motherfucker.
Alright.
Y'all crazy motherfuckers not trying to get Ghoul, Blackie? Oh no, you ain't crackers. You ain't crackers ain't gonna get me this time around. Suck on this, you blue-eyed devil patty ass motherfucker.
Alright, so Blackie leaps out of the car and charges towards the howitzer mobile. Meanwhile, Dr. Cox, what are you doing exactly with your car? Are you just gonna ram into one of the raider mobiles, or?
I think we're gonna try and fucking at least unsettle them to a degree, like, you know, firing wildly out of the window just like they do, and just slam the shit into their back.
All right.
And I will also shout to my wife, "This is like a honeymoon!"
Oh God! Oh God! Hold on. Make me a forceful roll as you come crashing in.
I went and stupidly hit a refresh button like an idiot. Always the worst feeling. Forceful, go!
Alright. You slam into the back of their car, but unfortunately this thing is made of armor and just sort of jerks forward unsteadily. And
Damn
now,
it, Doc, you trying to wipe their little asses with our front bumper? What the hell are you doing? I said bring us up beside them.
I figured the best way to get them to stop was to fucking kill all of them with this car. I'm trying. Can you not shoot them through the back?
Unless you want me to duct tape the damn bullets to the bumper, you're gonna have to get to the window, damn it.
Alright, I'm gonna give it a go.
alright, before you do that, there are a couple of very unhappy raiders who are leaning out with their junk and beards and scraggly hair just flopping in the wind, yee-hawing and yipping and firing 10mm pistols at you. So, you're going to take one of the 4 actions in combat, which is defend. In this case, since you kind of just bungled something and don't really have control of the situation, I think your defense roll is probably going to be something like careful, as you try desperately not to get hit.
Oh shit.
Damn you, Savin, always making us roll careful rolls.
Damn it.
Oh god, it's careful saves and D. We're fucked.
Careful saves and D. Alright, well, it is an opposed roll, so they technically hit you.
Oh, the best kind of hit.
Yes, the technical hit. Alright, so, now you have a choice to make. You can mark off the 1 box on your stress meter, since they only beat you by 1 point, or you can opt to take a condition. Those go away slower, but they'll leave your stress alone for when you really need it.
In this case, it's possible to lose more than 1 stress at a time, right?
Yes, basically the more over your roll they roll, the more stress damage you'll take on a hit.
In this case, since it is light stress, I think I'm gonna just take it while it's a 1, because I'm sure there are opportunities where I'll be like, oh, I could take a shit ton of stress or add some consequences. So
Good
there
point.
you go. I ticked the box.
You tick that box right off. Now, Marcus...
I'm not loose enough.
Since you didn't just completely fail, I'm going to let you describe how you try and get out of the way as bullets start slamming through your windshield.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're in the car too.
Alright. Well, shit. I'm gonna put my boots to the damn passenger side airbag and leap over the damn seat. Get out of the way however I can. Shit. Bullets coming at me.
Alright, that sounds like you're being forceful. Let's go ahead and roll that as a dodge, and they will... Alright.
How does this roller even work? God damn it. Roll a 0. Fuck you. 0 plus 3.
You actually rolled -3 plus 3.
Yep. So there's minus, 0, minus, minus, and then plus 3. So that's how that works. So you do get hit. You can mark the 2 box on your stress meter, since you got a difference of 2 on that roll. Or you can take a condition. Say that you have a nasty gunshot that's impeding you, and someone's probably going to invoke that against you later on.
I guess we got a gunshot.
All right. You have a nasty bleeding gunshot wound as several bullets slam through your vehicle and tear your shit up. So, before you guys get a chance to react, dead money. You've got 2 raiders on your windshield who are unsteadily trying to get their footing and aiming guns right through the windshield at you and Custer. What do you do?
I'm going to use any knowledge of local raiders to try and figure out their code sign for them giving up and retreat, and shout that on the radio.
All right. You can make a clever roll, but that's not going to help you not get shot right in the here and now. So if you want to do that, you can.
It's probably not a good plan. This vehicle, is it like a normal vehicle where there's like a wheel well where you can just kind of a lot of leg room?
Yeah, your cars are normal cars that have been sort of souped up with armor and weapons.
Alright, I guess it's time to occupy the leg room.
Alright, you fold in on yourself and just duck out of the way of the bullets. Make a quick roll as you jump out of the way of them bullets. And they will, of course, make their shitty gun roll, because raiders are notoriously bad shots. Alright, you dodge successfully. Now, I wonder if good old Custer's got anything up his sleeve to avoid getting filled with holes. Because he is also in danger.
That motherfucker eats bullets.
I think what he's going to do is he is going to slam on the brakes and try and just dislodge these guys. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like he did that.
He found the brake pedal like fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just slams the brakes, and these raiders go flying back onto their car, and their vehicle is going to leave your space. So it'll take them some time to get back over to you. So you're safe for the moment. Now, dead money. You can make a cleverness roll to try and put some bullshit over the radio, and dissuade these folks from attacking you, but hopefully they have radios, you know?
Do I think that they would have radios?
It's a 50-50 shot, depending on if these guys are from some big gang or if they're just little shits. Considering that their vehicles look to be basically handmade and they're driving around in a radiation storm with their dicks flopping out, chances are they're probably not well equipped.
So it's like a 30-70.
Yeah, might be.
What you're saying is that those are returning customers.
Alright, I'm going to make some kind of effort to, like, kick up, or instruct Custer to kick up sand up into all their faces when we're turning.
Okay.
Or the brakes, or whatever.
That's a good plan.
Basically pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Alright, what you're going to do is make the create an advantage action. So, go ahead and make a clever roll. That's a pretty good idea. And if you succeed, let's say the difficulty is going to be 3. Then you'll get a special situation aspect that Custer can burn a point on and save you. Alright. It's a good idea, but in this specific situation, doesn't quite work out. He's kicking up sand and all, but you're in the middle of a storm. It's already pretty nasty out here, and most of the raiders either have goggles or seem to have some sort of shielding on their cars to let them see just a little bit better. So they don't seem to be adversely affected for now. Alright. Marcus. Cox. You guys have just a touch of distance between you and another car full of raiders, which has not been bumped off for now. You're pretty much bumper to bumper with them, and they are none too happy to see you. What do you do?
I want to take a sweet, sweet hit of jet and pull back a bit and drive up to their side. Everyone knows this baby can really hoof it in an emergency.
Well, anything hoofs it when you've got jet.
Correct.
Alright, well, hitting up with drugs and driving at somebody like a maniac sounds flashy to me.
Alright, let's do this shit. I hit the roll button, but it didn't. Is Roll20 just being a laggy bitch?
Probably.
Oh, it came through twice.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Alright. So that's a failure.
Is there a way to spend a fate after the roll, or
Yes,
do I have to do it?
You can burn a fate point if you have an aspect that you think would help you, like, say, being a adept to that sweet, sweet jet that always seems to get you through.
Yeah. If I die, then who will take all of my jet? Not me? I don't think so.
Alright. Burn that fate point and hit the reroll button.
Alrighty. Come on. Fuck! I can't roll.
Alright. So, you move up, but you don't get quite alongside them for a clean shot, so you're not giving Marcus any bonuses. But, Marcus, you do have some raiders in your sight, though your shoulder's hurting you something fierce and bleeding all over the place.
Doc, as the closest thing you can call a friend, I'm gonna have to advise you to keep your shit together.
I can keep it together now. I'm fucking high!
Well, I'm yelling at the doc. I'm gonna snap a shot off at one of the raiders.
Alright, sounds good.
What do I do?
Being that you are just angrily pissing lead, I think it's a forceful roll. And the DC is a great big 0, so boom! Off goes somebody's head. In a smear and shower of blood.
Well, I always say, never do anything the person in front of you can't understand. So hell, Doc, let's make grease stains out of them.
Alright, you panic the guys in front of you. They're the ones this time who slam on the brakes and try and pull along beside you, but the one raider left is going for that heavy machine gun on top. But while that's happening, Blackie, you are facing down a howitzer that looks loaded, but the gunner is stunned and dazed from having suddenly broken all of her ribs in a sudden stop. You are charging forward with a spear. What do? Hedrah?
We need some jive up in this bitch. Are you muted?
Well, alright then. We
She
will...
might have went for a drink or something.
Potentially. Alright. We'll swing
Hell,
back
I was
around
hoping
back
for
in
use
a minute.
Hedrah's moment to go get my own drink.
Damn it. Alright. So, before this goes any faster, or further rather, there's a slight twist in the myth, so to speak, as the storm is getting ever so closer, barreling down on you harder and harder. There is a radiation storm a-coming.
What
So
are the
this
odds we
is-
can outrun it?
considering you're in the middle of a firefight, you don't think you're going to be outrunning shit right now. The best thing you could do, you think, is to basically lock everything down and try and trust in the atmospheric seals your car used to have until it was riddled with bullets. But then again, the Raiders' cars are actually in decent shape. Maybe you could take one of those over.
I don't know. I don't think we've been riddled really hard yet. I think if we let ourselves get hit with that machine gun, we're fucked though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That takes it from a chance of survival to you fucked, son. But
Okay.
so this is a situational aspect. Anybody can invoke it, friend or foe, to add a roll or a +2 or a reroll if they think having a giant radiation storm barreling down on them would help or hinder somebody. So, dead money. The raiders who were on your ass are, for the moment, a little ways away. But you're pretty much neck and neck with Cox and Shaw's ice cream truck. It looks like it's about to get riddled with machine gun rounds. Have anything you can do, or now that you look behind you, you can see that the other half of the convoy is just stalled out and fading off into the background. Choices.
Every choice is terrible. There is no good choice.
Save
There were
our
good choices,
asses!
but I missed them.
Saving us is the best choice. Do it.
How? So I have a 50 cal, I guess.
Yes, you
And-
do in fact have a machine gun.
Use that.
If I can, like, tie myself down again, if I'm not still tied down. I don't think I am because I took off my coat.
No.
Tie myself down and then, like, carefully aim and shoot like 1 to 3 rounds at the Raiders truck.
Alright, so are you firing to try and like disable the vehicle or the weapon, or are you just trying to pick somebody off?
I was trying to get the fucking guy,
Alright, cool. So pick off the gun.
everyone but the driver.
Alright, make a clever roll. And these guys are good at vehicle warfare, so they do have a small bonus. But that, Jesus Christ.
You roll like a god.
Marcus, Cox, you guys hear a thud of heavy machine gun fire, and the vehicle next to you that was about to tear you a new one explodes in a hail of fire and shrapnel.
Jesus creeping Christ! My blood's too thick for this shit.
I don't know. My blood's feeling really thin. I'm just screaming nonsense. Also, what does my wife have to say about my terrible driving right now, Savin?
She's screaming incoherently and begging you to find something to tie her down to before the storm whips her away.
You're tied to my belt, baby. I love you. You're not going anywhere.
Oh God! Oh God! Alright, Blackie. So, you're marching towards this car. There's a howitzer on the front. It's loaded and ready to fire, but the gunner is momentarily stunned. You can't see inside to see who or what else is in there. That might come a shooting in a moment. But for now, you've earned yourself the initiative. What do?
Wait, does Hedrah know about the motherfucking storm?
Oh yes, there's a radiation storm coming that's about to blast into you guys.
You mean the radiation that I'm a ghoul?
Yeah, it won't affect you much, but, you know, Jesus and the rest of your buddies...
Well, let's see, what's the windshield made out of? On the driver's side?
The windshield is made out of what looks like glass or plastic, but it's been reinforced with big metal slats. There's only gaps about half an inch thick between each.
Okay. Okay, so So she's firing from inside the car without a windshield or something like that.
Oh no, the gunner is strapped to the front of the car and is sitting behind this howitzer with like a little box of shells next to her. And, like there's actual like
Oh, well,
leather
she's gonna-
straps
she's
buckling her
gonna-
down.
That's I'm gonna use the car and just brain her.
All right, sounds good. That's definitely pretty forceful, so go ahead and roll that. And she's going to roll
Okay.
with a penalty because she just
What's
lost
the
a
point?
bunch of ribs.
What's the if you have wrench tool going?
All right, yeah. If you're wait, I thought you were using a spear.
No, I said I grab my wrench.
All right, must have
wrench
misheard.
the fuck out of these fuckers.
Then yeah, just make a forceful roll and we'll add +2 to whatever it is you get
Okay.
for using that wrench
One
food.
forceful roll. Oh shit.
So when you
That's
say
not
brain, what you actually meant is eject her brains from her skull. There is gray
Oh,
matter
crap.
splattered all over the windshield now. The bad news is that there's a driver inside, and she elbows out the driver's side window and levels a 10mm machine pistol at your face. How are you going to get out of the way
Yeah.
of this one?
Well, use the momentum of my awesome fucking devastating blow to just come down on her goddamn arm.
All right. That sounds like another forceful check, so go ahead and roll it.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. That doesn't quite work out for you.
Wrench. Unfortunately, my wrench tool isn't the knife connection.
Now,
wait,
if
were
you
trying
have
to use
an
the wrench
aspect,
to like lightsaber deflect it?
if you have an aspect, or
What?
if you think you can figure out a way for the radiation storm to help you, you can burn a fate point to re-roll. Otherwise, this is so much damage you're about to take that you can't soak it with stress. You're either going to get knocked out or you're going to take a condition, which is generally some sort of ongoing bad shit.
Well, the wrench tool is. I don't know, that's an aspect I have, so.
I thought that was a stunt.
No, the stuff
Oh,
is
yes,
that
okay.
I'm a black salty pot.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, you can burn a fate point and re-roll that. But in that case, you wouldn't have gotten that +2 before. Aspects have to be
It's still
invoked
a 6.
manually. But yeah, it's still a 6, so she died like a bitch. So yeah, try and re-roll that shit.
Lower my current and reroll with the forceful. Come on, Satan. Oh, it's a 2.
Alright,
Didn't
a
die.
2, and then with wrench foo, let's see, that is an aspect, so you haven't invoked that to get the bonus. So, alright, you still fail, but you've lowered the threshold enough so that you can mark the 2 box on your stress tracker and stay in the fight without having to take a condition. So you get, you duck to the ground just in time as bullets go whizzing past you. You're scuffed up and you're going to have a nasty bruise, but you're still in the fight. You are KO'd at... Good question. I believe it's if you take 4 stress.
Okay.
I'm going to get taken out.
Yes, it's if you
Yes.
hit 4. So like
Okay.
3 is still a threshold you can survive.
Yes. So yeah, and remember, if you get taken out of the fight, the person who took you out gets to decide what happens to you. So, raiders being raiders, it's not going to be pretty, whatever it is. So, if you can avoid it, do so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just yell, Jesus, take the wheel.
All right. Well, you know, hey, Jesus back in your car does have a machine gun on top. He's a shitty shot, and I believe he's got a penalty at the moment. Yeah, okay. So your little scavenger buddies are bad at fighting. They have -2. But he's going to try and help you. And spray some bullets at this car. So it turns out the machine gun has so much dirt and grime in it by now that it fires one shot and then a dud round goes off inside and it just bursts. Jesus starts screaming in Spanish and unbuckles from the gunner's seat and gets down and hides. Fuck this shit.
Help, he's screaming in communist.
Alright, Cox, Shaw, and Dead Money. You have a raider car ahead of you that's finally managed to turn itself around and is barreling towards you. There are several raiders with machine guns and machine pistols spraying lead in your general direction, but being raiders and being in a moving vehicle, they're not terribly likely to hit you at this particular moment. What do?
What would be the odds of if we just went backwards and into the storm and used it for cover? Like, if we get hit with more bullets, then we might not survive the radiation, right? But we've only taken like a couple holes here and there.
Yeah, if you can probably still plug these holes well enough to make it through, but...
Alright then. I want to reverse and brake and ask Marcus to plug the holes while I fix up his super duper wounds. I want to just literally peace out of that fight and just see what happens.
Alright, so you spend your action GTFOing into that storm.
Yep.
So I'm going to burn one of my fate points. Boop, and have a bad thing happen. Namely, there's a radiation storm a-coming, and it's not just radiation. It is hella winds. And as you're going in this direction, you can see that there's some other raider car that's been just picked up by the storm and is flying around in circles high above you. The winds in here are so dangerous and so fast that you might just get swept away even in your armored death coaster. But you're so close, you don't think you can escape the gravity well, so to speak. It's coming right at you. What do?
Is there anything I can try and trench the vehicle in just to get stuck there and wedged in a bit?
There are dunes all over, but if you get stuck in, well, you're easy pickings for the raiders.
Raiders or radiation storm? Sure, raiders or radiation.
God damn it, Doc. This isn't a time for more of your drugs. A cocksucking storm is twisting reality as it is.
Fine, raiders then. I'm gonna keep on gonna hoof it like goddamn crazy.
Alright. Since you are just
change ride,
brute forcing through this storm. So I'd like you to make a forceful roll. Shaw, is there anything you can think of to help keep this car from getting swept away in this monumental radiation dust bowl that's slamming into you?
It's like you let the raiders get away in the wing mirror. There's just you can see a radiation storm over your shoulder. Oh, radiation!
Alright, I'm gonna lean forward to the good doctor. I'm gonna plant the gun he gave me to his wife's head. Alright, Doc. My heart feels like an alligator doing a death roll, and I can just about taste the blood between my teeth. You get us out of this radiation before I lose my last eye, or I'm going to drag you to hell with me. I'm literally threatening him.
Oh, watch where you're pointing that thing. It could hurt somebody.
I fucking got this then! I don't know. Is extra craziness good for forceful? I am still high as a kite.
Yes, between being high as a kite and being having your wife threatened at gunpoint, I will significantly lower the difficulty of this, but it's still gonna be a thing. Go ahead and roll forceful.
Oh, I made it into a positive number, you guys. I did it.
Woo! Is there any aspect you want to invoke for a fate point to get a +2? Or a reroll?
My wife is the head of the Assaultron. She's my wife. I can't fail her. I love her, really.
Alright, you're doing this for the wifey.
Yeah.
Do you want
I'm
a
high as
plus
kite.
2
I
or
don't
a
even
reroll?
exist. I think a +2 because let's face it, if I reroll, I'm not getting better than 3.
All right. The good news is 3 was the difficulty threshold.
Oh, thank fuck.
So you slam on the gas and try and barrel through the storm, but you are going far and away into this nightmarish cascade of radiation and sand. Your Geiger counter starts beeping so loud your ears almost want to bleed. Then it cuts out altogether and the little glass panel just shatters. Things are looking grim.
What kind of rat bastard psychopath would try a thing like that at a time like this?
The kind who really hates bullets.
Yeah, well, I've been burned by fucking radiation before. Let me tell you what, bullets are a goddamn cakewalk.
You have a whole other eye.
Honey, don't antagonize him!
Tell you what, we survive, I'll fix you up. I'll fix you up so good. I don't just mean drugs, like, I'll do the doctor shit. I'll fucking pull bullets out of you and things.
Hell, Doc, with a bit of luck, this'll just about ruin our lives forever.
Woohoo!
Oh, God. Alright, dead money. Good news and bad news. Good news is one of your caravan trucks has gotten away. The bad news is now you're the target of this raider truck that's driving straight at you. Bullets are whizzing past your head, dinging off the armor, and Custer is freaking the fuck out and doesn't seem to know what the hell to do anymore. And you notice he's taken a good couple of shots himself. There's blood splattered all over the driver's seat. What do?
Serenade them with "I will always love you" and roll flat pluses.
Are there any
5.
big red buttons on the dashboard of the vehicle?
Let's see. Yeah, there is a single large red button. It seems to be connected to the stereo in some way.
Oh, please tell us I will always love you.
I'm just while in the process of thinking, I'm gonna hit that for a morale boost or whatever.
Ride of the Valkyrie starts blasting from the stereo. And the speakers outside. Custer
Is that the
screams
Raiders' jab?
yeehaw and puts the pedal to the metal, taking you straight at the Raiders. Any
we
other
do like
ideas?
some full blown Matador shit and just like sidestep these fools?
You will have to grab the wheel from Custer for this because it looks like he's trying to make a last stand for the rest of the caravan.
Oh, I'm not interested in that kind of thing. Let's see. I'm going to invoke something that I did not expect to use. An aspect that said, able to fly just about anything as long as it doesn't go horribly wrong. And I'm going to grab the wheel and attempt to fly our car away
All
on
right.
the winds of the crazy storm.
On the wings.
So basically, what you're gonna do is find like a dune or some sort of like hill, launch yourself up off of that and into the storm. Is
Yes.
that basically what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Roll
Where's
flashy.
the Dukes of Hazzard?
You magnificent
Where's the Dukes of
bastard.
Hazzard?
Okay, I am doing a fate point or whatever to boost that.
Yeah, alright.
Believe in your dreams.
Alright. Alright, so a 4 total. Pretty good. You grab the wheel from Custer just as you're about to make impact with the Raider car. It goes sailing past you and slams into Jesus' car. Bang. And then you achieve takeoff in your little buggy and start cycloning through the storm. I think between you and Custer,
Oh,
you
shit.
have the good sense to close all of the windows and hatches before you get irrevocably irradiated. As you go sailing
Just,
into the town of Detroit.
just a second. Here you go. Here you go.
Amazing.
Yes,
The first one would be what would happen if I
this is
fucking
what
rolled
it's
it.
about.
Oh my god.
Uh, follow your dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Alright, so Dead Money and Colonel Custer's car fucking attains orbit.
Just we're like just fucking hauling it backwards into the storm just to try and get through it quicker and sort of fly away. Holy shit!
Oh boy. Alright. Blackie, you're the last one in the fight. There's what looks like the raider captain has just kicked her door open and is approaching you with her machine pistol held out. Her gunner is dead, and there are several more raiders who have just slammed into Jesus' car and are trying to drag him out. What do you do? Jesus Christ.
Wait, how? If I brain them and then Dr. Gun and kick the door, she's literally within arm's reach of me.
She's fucked then, is what you're saying.
Well, remember, you got shot at. You had to, duck down onto the ground to avoid getting riddled with bullets. So, being
Yeah.
a melee fighter, you're somewhat disadvantaged in this situation when there's a gun pointed at your head. But if you want to make the charge, you can definitely try. You might just get the jump on her.
So I'm thinking, how? The gunner is behind the howitzers. That means she's pretty much on top of the car.
Yeah.
I brain her, get shot, dive down. That's on the ground, right beside.
Probably 3 or 4 feet away from the car, dive and roll away from the gunfire, but yeah, you are very close, so she got out, took one step, and is almost on top of you.
Well, that's perfect. Then it's just within pipe range length. That's perfect.
Alright, so you're gonna try and take out her knees or something?
Well, I was gonna go full brick like this, but then I remembered I should probably use the proper weapon for it.
I didn't know you knew how to speak British. Fucking have you,
But
man.
then I remember I have this.
I mean, there's a legitimate comment attached to that picture. What could you possibly need Wrench to decide for RPG melee weapon? I mean, that is spot on.
Incredibly apt.
Yes.
So,
But
alright.
yes, I'm going full. You're having a giggle there, mate. I'll bash your fucking head in, I swear on me, mom.
Alright. So you're basically leap up and try and just baseball bat this thing into her head. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Alright,
baseball bat for a gun into her head.
Alright, that's brute force if I ever heard it. Go ahead and roll.
Wrench, move, activate.
And whoa. The hell?
What?
Roll 20 just I think I zoomed in, that's what happened. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Look at you rolling a straight ooh.
All right.
Wrench food. Involved.
Wrench foo does not work. You get pistol whipped onto the ground. And I think riddled with bullets, probably. So, how are you going to defend yourself from getting riddled with bullets into the back? You're pretty much face down on the ground. You have a big welt forming on your head from a magazine slamming into your head.
Well,
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus is a little busy with another raider group.
Someone's trying to take Jesus' wheel.
Yes.
Like...
They're trying to take his wheels, specifically.
Oh, I was making a butthole reference. You have to take his legs, you weirdo.
Well, no, I was taking it to the car, but alright. He's getting
Oh,
car
right, okay,
jammed.
sure. Oh, right, okay.
well, her aim can't be that good if she smacked me down like that. So take her ankles out.
Alright, so you're going to try and sweep her legs out. That sounds pretty clever to
No,
me.
I smashed her ankles.
Yeah, same difference.
I smashed her ankles in there.
Alright, well, if you're going to just, outright smash a leg, sounds like forceful to me.
No,
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
that's best like. Go for leg sweep. Okay, maybe she'll hit her head in the sand again.
Oh my god. Savin is just killing us with these rolls.
These rolls of 1.
Yeah, exactly. But all of our rolls, except for Apple, who's a goddamn incredible maniac, all of us are rolling zeros and negatives.
Well, dice gods sometimes hate you.
Well, yeah, no. Sometimes the dice gods just want to make Apple the god.
Alright.
They owe me. They owe me big.
Have you been fucked before, my friend?
So, Blackie,
America boats.
you already got your number
Okay.
2 stress box filled, so you can take the 3 box, or you can try and invoke an aspect for a bonus or a reroll.
Well, like I said, wrench food.
Alright. You make it down to an even score, which in the defend action, if you tie. Alright. I think what's going to happen in this situation is you go for the legs. She sees what's happening, but isn't quick enough to leap back, but she is quick enough to get her gun down and put a burst right into your wrench. Your precious wrench is destroyed, blown apart by 10mm death. She curses at you and kicks the scrappy remains away. Behind you, you see another 2 raiders coming your way from the 2 parked cars that have slammed into one another. They've got their hands over their eyes trying to resist the storm, but it's getting pretty nasty out here. If all of you don't find shelter soon, you're just going to be swept away. You've got moments. The raider gives you a dark smile and says, "I think it's time to surrender, Ghoul. I'd say put down your weapons, but..."
Bitch, please.
Blackie, what
No,
do?
but if she took a step back, that means she's right by the door. So it's called if you tackle her right, if you harpoon her right in the middle, she have to bend and then smack her head on the door,
Huh.
and then
Alright.
I just
That sounds like you're being pretty clever using the terrain against her. Go ahead and roll that.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit. You're
Alright.
clever as +3.
What?
What is your skill spread, then? I figured you were, deep and forceful.
Oh.
2 and forceful.
Ah,
You can walk
I have
over
to
her
enforce
walls.
them.
neat. If there were a stat for Jet, I'd do +3 in Jet. The closest I could get was Flashy.
Alright, you max out her stress bar. She takes a nasty hit, but she's not out of the fight yet. and 2 Raider mooks are stepping your way. And they're both going to take some swings at you.
Inside the car?
No, you haven't gotten entirely in the car yet. She didn't crumple like you think she would. She manages to push you back. She takes a nasty blow to the head. But she keeps her feet well enough to shove you back. And into the arms of her friends who start trying to wail on you. How do you defend yourself?
Well, let's see. They can't really see, right?
It's pretty hard to see, but they're close enough that they can definitely make your shape out.
Oh, it's called pocket sand.
Oh my god. Alright. If you want to spend your last fate point, you can invoke the radiation storm a coming to get a booster reroll, since, by god, there's that storm working in your favor for once.
Hey, wait, aren't we reversing through the storm towards those guys? Are we able to assist in any way while we're just fucking mad-ass hauling it?
Yeah, it's not outside out of fucking nowhere. Just flying ice cream.
I'll just run over to you guys while we're reversing towards the storm.
Alright, yeah. You're close, but not enough to save her in this situation. Blackie's going to have to get out of this on her own. But you'll be there soon.
So I'm trying to use my cleverness. It's like sandstorm, like handmade sandstorm. Try to see something with your face full of like ton of sand. Like I said, pocket sand.
Alright, cleverness. And yeah, you can burn a fate point if you end up needing it. Oh boy. Alright, nice defense. The 2 Raiders go stumbling back with sand in their eyes and almost get swept away by the storm that's blasting them. Defense roll successful. And that brings us around to, let's see. You defended, then attacked her, so I think it's the Raider Elite's turn. So she's still got her gun. So once again, she's going to try and put some bullets in you. You can try and just keep pocket sanding away, try and throw off her aim, or do something else.
I can kick the door.
Yeah, totally can. Just smash her with the door.
Close the door. And just, well, dive to the side and just close the door. Oh, Blackie ain't gonna go down tonight. No, sorry.
Alright, roll it.
God damn.
Nice. Alright, you slam the door on her, and while it doesn't hurt her, it definitely throws her aim way off. Bullets go spraying into the sky. And Shaw and Cox. Your car crests the dune in full reverse, and suddenly you see that there is a fist and gunfight breaking out next to a big-ass Corvette that has a howitzer bolted onto it. And one of the raiders seems to see you and starts going for the cannon.
Doc, let's show him a satanic darkness blacker than the bottom of any bottle.
Are you saying run this fucker over? I can do that.
Grease him.
Yes. I do some screaming, some happy high person screaming. I'm just gonna haul ass.
All right, that's definitely being forceful.
I'm gonna Tokyo drift this fuck. Ugh! I can't even dice.
All
I'm
right,
gonna burn another fate point. I don't want everyone to die just because I can't roll.
All right, let's see. I want this to happen, so I'm going to let's see. I think this is time for these guys to invoke a little fate point here. Boop. He is going to. Well, we'll see, but either way, he is invoking his "Witness me" aspect. As he tries to avoid getting smashed. So he does, and now he's got a significant bonus coming his way if he gets to make that shot. Shaw, this guy dodged your ice cream truck charge and is going for the cannon. You still got your gun, though.
Wild horses just need a good gelding. Let's see him
Shoot his
shriek up
balls
the
off.
fire when they're singing soprano. I'm gonna take a shot for his balls.
Yes.
All right. That, once again, sounds pretty damn forceful. All right. To the defender. So this guy, he gets shot, but he is tough and nasty, and he is in full witness me mode. Your bullet goes right through his thigh, and you think you might have nicked something private, but he lunges for the cannon. Blackie, you've got the last chance to stop Mr. Howitzer here. But that means you'll be leaving yourself wide open to the raiders. What do you do?
Wait. From what angle is the guy coming from?
The other side of the car.
Straight ahead?
So he's like over here going towards the car. You're over here with these guys. And then from dead ahead of you is coming Cox and Shaw's ice cream truck.
Would we have gone past them
Can I-
by this point, or?
Or, yeah, actually, they're past you, so they're like way over here somewhere. So I'm going to switch up the board a little bit. Bloop.
He's longing for the cannon. Can I, like, kick the cannon so it spins around and just smashes him?
You totally can. That'll definitely be a clever roll.
Let's see if this goes. Let's see if Satan is with me.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh.
somebody praise!
Holy sweet mother of fuck!
All right. Well, I don't think he
Oh.
can make that, but he will. He will go for the. He will use that aspect I invoked to try and get to the cannon. Can he do it? Oh no! He misses by a point, and he's a minion. He goes down.
Satan!
The
Shit,
cannon
damn, Doc.
swings
I
around
think old
and
Blackie
bam.
decided to take up a medical profession of his own. I think he just performed a very extremely late-term abortion.
I like your style! If we make it through this, I am absolutely doing surgery to stop you from dying next to me.
All right. So, before we move on to the next turn, Radiation Storm is no longer coming. Radiation Storm's here. Shit is getting bad. I would like everyone to tell me how they're going to avoid getting blown away into this storm. Because all of you guys, well, Blackie for sure is just standing out in the open, fist fighting people and swinging cannons around. Marcus, Cox, you're in your ice cream truck, but man, that storm is coming hard and fast. How do you avoid getting swept away?
What kind of surroundings we got?
Desert dunes, as far as the eye can see, plus some crashed vehicles here and there. Also, poor Jesus over here.
Jesus. Jesus is fucked, let's face it.
Jesus is pretty fucked.
Like, everyone knows that Jesus is doomed when he's asked to help at his most. Okay.
He's gonna die for your sins. It's
gonna die
okay.
the shit for your sins. I guess try and come to a halt next to a wrecked vehicle and get as low as possible.
All right. So do you want to like get out of the car and like take cover under it, or are you just gonna like try and use
no,
the destroyed
just-
car as shielding?
Yeah,
For your
frankly,
car.
just use the destroyed car as shielding for ours. If
Alright.
there's I guess the taller the better is better in this option, and then just lie down on the floor of the ice cream minivan.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
So
take one of the shards of broken glass we got around and tear open one of the seats. Grab the stuffing and start pitching it in all the bullet holes around there. Scream up at the roof of the ice cream truck. You better take care of me, God. If you don't, you're gonna have me on your hands.
God, if you let me live, I'll believe in you for the rest of my days. You survive. Not today, God. Get fucked.
Oh, honey, he's profaning the Lord's name now.
You don't even. You have a different God. Your God is numbers.
Robot God is just as valid as Jew God.
This
There ain't no robot God, lady, but there sure as hell is a robot hell.
Ah. Starts screaming.
001001110.
Alright. Blackie, how do you avoid being swept away in the storm to go join Dead Money and Custer?
Well, given the fact that it's a howitzer cannon on this motherfucker, it weighs a hell of a lot more than my car. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking impressed. That fucker even drove on the things. So,
Yeah, this thing has
I'm
a
just
hell of a
get
suspension.
inside there. Yeah, I'm gonna get in the car.
Wait,
I just
you're a
use, like-
ghoul, right?
I'm a ghoul, yes, but I'm not impervious to like flying things hitting me at almost the speed of sound.
Or, God forbid,
I
getting
just figured-
smashed into into like the side of a building by this storm.
Yeah. I figure then is. Wait, which is safer then? Inside the vehicle or under it? Because the radiation ain't your problem at all. In fact, it might be like slurping down a Jamba Juice.
Are we
Yeah,
leaving
that's a good-
Pedro? Fucking racist.
Quay.
Yeah. But even Sancho there to die. No, but if there actually is room underneath the truck, I would just get under it. It's as good of a fucking shot that I can get. The radiation won't be any fucking problem. It's just the wind battering.
Alright, make
And I
a quick
don't-
roll to get under in time and find somewhere safe. Say DC 2.
Oh well, that ain't gonna fucking work that well, so. A quick roll, you say?
Yep, quickness.
Oh, hell sake then.
Oh, spend fate, do it.
Yeah, if you've got an aspect you can invoke, that'd be the time.
Oh, lordy lord. Oh, Blackie ain't gonna be sucking back on this Tuesday. Oh, lordy good. I have been faithful servant for all these centuries. Oh, Blackie's just been working his black fingers all day just to praise the Lord.
Wait, is the aspect you invoked being black to not die?
I think it might be. Alright, let's see if racist God intervenes on your behalf. Alright. Because this is just such a random act of fate, I'm not going to let you take the +2. You must reroll.
Okay, let's see if it works.
Sweet mother of God. What the
That
fuck?
happened.
Perfect roll.
Pluses again. I can barely breathe.
Blackie is so under that car that nobody even knows where she went. It's just one moment there, next moment gone. The Raiders look around like, what the fuck? And they're going to pile into their vehicle. So,
About Chad is the best. Satan just looks out for his pal Hedrah. What more can we say?
all right. The Raider
Satan
captain
at the wheel.
gets in. Raider Mook goes flying off into the storm, splattering on Dead Money's windshield sometime later. Jesus, buddy, how's things? Do you have any skills that might save you here? Let's find
The
out.
wheel. As a skill,
let's
right?
see. Using
He's
high tech,
Mexican,
finding
he
the
can-
valuable shit, and repairing things.
Wow,
No.
you're now who's the racist, Savin?
To be fair, that's just all scavengers, not just Pedro.
Sure.
Bye, Pedro. Wah!
He's dead. Goodbye,
Jesus
Pedro.
died for our sins.
Jesus died for your sins. He was manacled and hopping around, desperately tries to get into this ice cream truck, but there's just too much commotion. Nobody even notices until he gets smeared across the side and goes flying off into orbit. Alright. Blackie. The car over you is starting to rev up. The wheels spin in the dirt. Looks like the captain's trying to make good her escape while she still can. Anything you can do about it, or do you... Would you rather try and make it to your friends?
I get up. Well, there's the thing. The car can't run if there's no gas going into the engine, correct?
I suppose that's true, yes.
And I'm underneath, and I can actually disassemble this fucker just underneath here. That's excellent.
Alright, make a clever check. And since this is an old, nice car that's been treated very badly, I think you're going to get your +2 bonus.
Sweet. Let's see if it goes. Go like a 1?
Vroom, vroom, vroom. The car drives off, leaving you with a streak of oil and gas on your face, but looks like it was enough to still in the machine, or maybe it's got some sort of secondary pipe, who knows, but it gets away. And you're left scrambling for your friends. Make a quick check to get into the ice cream mobile before you get swept away now that you've got no cover. Alright. In you go.
Blackie is black again. Hooray!
God damn it, you black bastard.
Blackie!
That was
Black-
some amazing moves out
Blackie the
there.
black
That was
finger
fucking so
is
sweet.
back in black.
Black and black.
Yes, Blackie the black finger is back in black. Covered in oil.
I'm proud to have you join us in
Sweet
our
Texas tea.
iron tomb.
Speaking of tomb, as everyone's self-congratulating on Blackie making it back, you look up through the windshield and see that the storm is raging dead overhead. For a moment,
So you look up and you just see another car driving
Yep.
through the air. Yeah!
you see another car being flung through the storm right towards you.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Everyone closes their eyes for the moment as a heavily laden convoy buggy slams into the ice cream truck, knocking everyone unconscious. And
Well, that was a good game, you guys.
Always Blackie.
Did you say we blacked out?
yes, you blacked out.
Yes.
Oh Lord! I think we're gonna leave it there for the night. Short session, I know, but that seems like a pretty fitting cliffhanger for the adventures of the Ice Cream Truck Brigade and Custer's Last Stand. Oh Lord, that was good.
That was more fun than D&D.
Yep, that was a whole thing. Let's see.
Oh, sad. That's a good shit right there.
Oh boy. Alright, so one thing before we leave off. Everyone gets a milestone, which is Fate's equivalent of a bit of experience. At a minor milestone, which is what this is, you can switch any two approaches, we rename an aspect, get a new stunt, or exchange one you already have. You can have up to 3 stunts before you start taking penalties. So everyone, you can grab a new stunt, switch some things around, or just leave everything the same and figure you're happy the way you are. Either way, Twitch chat, I see you guys have been having fun. Thank you for watching. And I think we will see you guys again this time next week. Or rather, the same time we started last week.